Alright, we'll go on to an 8-lap race. No doubt there's a mandatory pit stop to follow. So wait and see what happens here. So it's Bentley versus NSX off the front row here at Fuji. And then we got another Bentley and Westy Mike in P3. And then Slambo, the championship leader, is occupying P4 on the second row. We've got Benny and Stu occupying row 3. Stimson and Cart Dude occupying row 4. V8 Power, new to Div 1, heading in the round 2. Sitting P9 there alongside the Disturb or Turbo in P10. That's the 5th row. 6th row is Williams and AO. And then Stozza rounding out the 13 car grid for this mock race here. So we are about to go green and we'll get straight up to the front. Oh shit! There's a massive crash in the background. I'm not sure how many got caught up in that. Seems as though Stimson, William, Stu and Benny got caught up in that turn 1 incident there. Fortunately, this isn't officially round 2. So it's Slambo who leads this one over Ghost by half a second. And then we got kart number 1 occupying P3. Turbo, he's moved up from P10 all the way up into P4 after that turn 1 incident with a few of the guys at the back. We got Westy Mike, he's lost a couple of positions all the way back in 5th spot now. We've got a battle between Stozza, who's come from last on the grid from 13 all the way up into 6th. He's currently under pressure from Cart Dude. So there's Cart Dude in that NSX there. He's trying to chase down Stozza in P6. But we'll go to the front where Slambo is currently getting chased down by Ghost here. And then kart number 1 is also in the big picture here as well. So we could see a move being made at turn 1 for kart number 1 if he can get enough of the toe at the back end of the straight. He's going to take a look. He's not going to be able to pull it off. Not deep enough on the brakes as he goes out wide a little bit out on corner exit there. He's lost a little bit of time by trying to make that move. And we got Turbo, he's moved up in the P4. We've got Westy Mike in P5, Stozza in P6, and he's still getting chased down by Cart Dude, the NSX behind. And I think we got Cleaner, AO and V8 Power in a battle here as well. This is NSX versus Bentley here, as AO is stuck on the inside lane there trying to defend his position. And then you can see Stimson in the background there in that Porsche. So he's making up a little bit of lost ground that he lost after the first corner of lap 1 there, Stimson. He's about to get on the back of this battle for P8 here between AO and V8 Power. And that's for V8 Power. He really wants to make the move now because he's going to feel the pressure from the driver behind him, Stimson. It's a championship contending car behind him. We've got a car off to the left-hand side there. And that seems to be the car of Turbo. He's relegated all the way back to P10 now. So he's had a little bit of a moment there. So here we go in the slipstream now. And currently it's Ghost leading this race by almost half a second over Slambo, the championship leader. Has a little bit of a moment coming into the pits. So Ghost is really under pressure from Slambo behind. These two are currently P3, P1 in the championship. And I feel like this is going to be the championship contending battle for Fuji at this stage with this early pace from these two. As Ghost goes out wide there, and it might be an invitation for Slambo to send it down the inside, but he doesn't get the traction through to mid-corner, and he's just going to have to hold back as Ghost locks an inside front there. But he holds on to it. The car seemed to have been reasonably steady coming out of the brake zone there. Very good brake modulation from Ghost in the Bentley. As Slambo is trying to make a dive bomb down the inside. There's a lot of contact that he's going to have to readdress there. And as for that, he has readdressed. And Ghost is really on the defensive now, trying to hold off a charging Slambo who's going out wide there. No, maybe latency issues. So then we got kart number 1 also putting himself up into this battle. So he's tracking well, kart number 1 as well. He's looking like he has some pace here at Fuji. Now these guys are all coming into Tor pit lane by the looks of it. No, they're not. So they fake each other. And that Slambo getting up in the P1 after Ghost. I think he's been caught with a slowdown there. So he's had to let out the accelerator down the main straight. And that's invited Slambo up in the P1. Kart number 1 looking to take P2 off of Ghost. But he ain't able to make the move as they got an overlap heading into the second corner. The kart number 1 not able to make the move there either. Not enough traction through corner exit at turn 1. We've got Westy Mike in P4, and then we've got Stozza in P5. He started 13th on the grid, and he's got some quite fine race pace up his sleeve by the looks of it. We're currently halfway through this 8-lap race. We've had a few of these guys make their mandatory pit stops. Benny and Williams coming into pit lane. They're about to exit now. So they're relegated to the back of the grid, those two. As Turbo, V8 Power and AO, they all get past them. And then we've got Stu up in the P8 now. I'm pretty sure he was one of the early pit stoppers as well. We've got Stimson up in the P7 now, so he's making a lot of lost ground that he lost after the first lap. He's pretty much down at the back of the grid after the first corner. So no doubt there's going to be a bit of a discussion about turn 1 for this upcoming race this Sunday. It's a very tricky corner because it's a very fast braking zone, and from the start of the grid to the first corner it's very long, so the cars are almost at their top end speed, so the guys just got to be a little bit cautious on lap 1, turn 1, because we don't want to see too many dive bombs being made, because otherwise you see half the field at the back of the grid all in the wall. But the good thing about Fuji, the track is very wide, so you can have 5 cars going wide of each other and they still won't be getting off the track. So, you know, hopefully with the track being that wide, it also helps out with a few turn 1 incidents there. It's a very fast flowing track, this one. Exclusion to the last sector where you got a double chicane here, heading into an uphill right-hander and then an uphill left-hander. You only have to do a little dab at the brakes, probably not even that. Probably just let out the throttle and you should be able to get turned in with a little bit of engine braking accompanying that. So it's Slambo up in P1 by 1 second. He is the championship leader in the Pagnian GT3 Series Div 1. He currently looks to be going into the pits. Yep, so he's drifted off into the pit lane there. Now I'm not sure, there might be a few discussions about how we enter the pits as well. So I know after the meet and greet there was a few discussions involving that. So we got a train of 3 cars in pit lane here. Ghost, kart number 1 and Slambo, they've all followed each other in. So these 3 came in from the lead of the race, 1, 2 and 3. And they're all coming out of pit lane now as the guys in front, Westy, Mike, Stozza, Stimson and Stu, So Stu may be a part of that group that didn't pit in, because he seems to have a huge advantage over the guys in the pits that did come in from the lead of this race. So realistically, these guys have got track position here. They're all going to try slipstream off each other. So Kart Dude, AO, Turbo, Benny, Williams and V8 Power, they have all made their pit stops below the lead three in Slambo, Kart number 1 and Ghost. So the top 4 still haven't made that mandatory pit stop. And as for Slambo, he's 26.5 seconds down from the lead of this race, which is currently occupied by Westy Mike, the Season 10 Div 2 champion at Race on Oz. And he had some pretty good pace in round 1 looking at the scoreboards, because he's currently sitting P6 in the championship. So he got a solid points haul there. And he's going around one more time. It'll be the very last time he can do that before he's forced in the pit lane. We've got Stozza. He's come in the pit lane there. Currently in the slow lane now. Drifting off into their pit boxes here, Stozza and Stu. So we'll see it. Slambo, no doubt, is going to get past these guys, as well as Kart number 1 and Ghost, who's right behind the rear bumper of Kart number 1. And he might be able to make a move up the inside heading into turn 1, because he's got an overlap halfway through the straight. And he should be able to get it done relatively easy there. So very good move made by Ghost. And Kart number 1's just had to set the car out wide there, so we can give Ghost the racing room on the inside. So both getting back into a rhythm now as they try to finish off this race in quite fine form. So the likes of Slambo and Ghost, these two are in the top 3 in the championship. And it looks like they have got the outright pace in this mock race here for the Pagny GT3 series hosted by Race on Oz. So we should be all ready to go coming this Sunday. We've had no network issues throughout this mock race here. It's very good to see. Ghost looks a little bit unsettled through the double chicane there. So Westy Mike, he's drifted off in the pit lane now. And Stimson is also following the train here, because these are the last two to make their mandatory pit stops. They should end up around P5 to the P7 area when they come back out on track. For Slambo, he's on the main straight now, as well as Ghost, and then there's Stozza just coming out of the last corner now. You can see Stu, he's moved up in the P6 as AO has overtaken Kart number 1, but Kart number 1, he's got an overlap on the inside heading down the main straight now, and he should be able to make a move heading up in the turn 1 as he gets a little bit of a side draft off of AO. They're both in equal machinery there, both in the NSX. As AO tries to make a move, heading into the inside, and he's going to go for it. And he's going to get it done. Wonderful move from AO. But then a cutback made from Kart number 1. So awesome racecraft there from those two guys. And we got Stimson in the background there in that Porsche back there. And that's AO heading into the inside wall as he rotates the rear end of that Acura. So we'll go back to the front where Slambo's got a 3.3 second lead over Ghost in the Bentley behind. So next level racing for Slambo. That's the team he drives for. And Ghost drives for Ignition Controls Racing. And I think Westy Mike, he's one of the Shelby Acoustics racing drivers. And we've got Stozza. Just going to try get with the teams here. Trying to think. know it will be on the live stream. But he actually might be racing for Gamesman Racing Team. He's just not in the livery by the looks of it. Got kart number 1 drifting off there. No. So we got our usual end of race shenanigans in sim racing. It's a very prominent view in pretty much every racing simulator on this planet. So there you have it, Slambo. He's the early pace setter heading into round 2. And he's closely followed by Ghost, who actually set the quickest lap of the race with a 1:38.6. So if that was the race, he would have got himself an extra point for that quickest lap time there, as well as pole position. Got Westy Mike with an unlikely podium finish at the end there. So he looks to be right on the pace as well. We've got Stosser and Stu round out the top 5. We've got kart number 1, who was in the lead pack at the start of the race. He's been relegated all the way back to P6. So yeah, that was the test stream for tonight, guys. So we'll see you this upcoming Sunday for round 2 of the Pagny and GT3 series hosted by Race on Oz.